Drake and Odell Beckham Jr. are not the only high-profile roommates living together within
you're throwing out
the
a
offseason.
high-profile.
Well, Drake high-profile, Odell Beckham Jr. high-profile.
Not them. They're high-profile, but the next
Okay,
not high.
I would say mid-tier profile, highly controversial.
Maybe high.
Can't see through the smoke. Josh Gordon and Johnny Manziel have been reported as rooming together. Now, this stems back at first to the rumors that it was Johnny Manziel and fellow Aggie, Texas A&M player, Von Miller. But those allegations, I should say, were denounced by Von Miller himself. But before that video, Johnny Manziel went on TMZ Sports, or at least was in West Hollywood, and TMZ Sports cameraman. He commandeered the camera. You can have a look at that video here.
Does the party ever stop?
Does the party ever stop?
Yeah.
Me, are we partying tonight? Here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here, let me get this thing. Here.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, are you worried?
Here. All right, so we're out here. In front of the nice guy.
Okay.
My guy.
I'm Dan. How's it going?
It's my guy Dan right here. We're doing like self-made video right now on this badass camera, so.
Yeah. So are you worried about the image problems, or does it phase you at all?
Image problems. Hey, listen, here's my image problems.
I'm just curious. That's what they want to know.
I'm living out here with my guy Von Miller.
Okay.
Everybody knows Von Miller.
Yeah, he's
Super Bowl.
cool. Yeah.
Hold on. Super Bowl MVP. Everybody can see it. There you go. Super Bowl MVP, Von Miller, my brother. I'm living with him right now.
Yeah.
We're getting our life together.
So you might go in the Broncos, perhaps.
Listen, here, you can hold it. You can hold it. So the Broncos, John Elway, great dude.
Yeah.
Kubiak, Aggie, man. Aggie, my man. Listen, great organization. Anywhere I get picked up, bro, it's a blessing.
You're going to get picked up somewhere. You're confident?
Somewhere, bro. Listen, whatever happens, I love ball. I want to play.
Yeah.
That's the team I want to go to.
Do you think they care if you're partying a little bit? Is there anything wrong with that?
Partying? I don't think there's anything wrong with partying, bro.
Yeah.
There's a difference between partying and being out of control.
Yeah. You're not getting in trouble for anything.
And you see me here how many nights in a row? 5, 6?
A lot of times, yeah.
Exactly.
Where do you want to go?
What have we been doing since we've been here? Walking out,
I don't know,
being
you always
chill,
seem calm,
being cool with y'all. I'm cool.
You're cool.
I'm not drunk.
Yeah, okay. I didn't say you're drunk.
We're just hanging out, enjoying great food. I go with my guy John Tezerian, he's here. Let's do it.
All right, you're having a good time. Take it easy.
So after that video came out, Von Miller denounced the fact that he was not living with Johnny Manziel.
And I'm going to say this, and I've said it for a few weeks now, man. I actually worry. For a few years, maybe before that. I mean, I understood he had these problems in college as well, but since he's kind of really went off the rails in the NFL, I actually do worry for him. I think that he is struggling, drinking, and just making the wrong decisions. And I think that it is. I mean, it comes to the point now that, as I mentioned to you, when I see the story in Johnny Manziel, like, I'm never on a positive outlook. I'm never like, oh, I wonder what he's up to, right? And then when you see this interview, that for me was a little bit disturbing because, like, he's basically talking shite, like, doesn't live with Von Miller. Von Miller's like, no, that's not true. And he's just like, I think it's ways to try and remain relevant instead of doing the complete opposite and try to maybe fly under the radar, get back into football and try and come back within a way that is respectable and it's specific to the sport. I actually worry that he may be suffering. I don't know. I'm not going to make any accusations to that, but it just seems like he's way off.
Right. I have like a couple thoughts on more stuff about Johnny Manziel in general. But one, where's the work ethic? And I understand these guys are players. I understand that they're young. I understand that they like to party. I mean, we see it with Gronkowski all the time. But as much as Gronkowski parties, no one has ever questioned his work ethic because we also see him regularly, because he posts these things, of his workouts. And I'm not saying that Johnny Manziel doesn't have great work ethic. He's just never showed it in the past, and I find it hard to believe going forward that he's lobbying for a job in the NFL as a quarterback. But I don't think any team in their right mind would sign him because, history repeats itself. Could people change? Of course they can. Has Johnny Manziel showed any signs of that ever happening? No. So Von Miller did say on Instagram, according to the article from ESPN, that he wasn't living with him, but the quarterback was his brother, and he has his back, so it's nice of Von Miller. But it turns out that he's living with Josh Gordon, of all people, who they were teammates. Josh Gordon suspended by the NFL in 2014 for multiple failed drug tests, mostly including marijuana. And then even more recently, a test from a month ago came back, and although it was a diluted sample from tests A and B, both tests showed a very small, but a sample of marijuana positive in those tests. So with Josh Gordon, the only I guess comparison I can make is he seems like today's version of Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams was a tremendous running back, one of the best in the leagues with the Miami Dolphins. This unbelievable talent, and he quit the NFL mostly he wanted to find help. He had personal problems that he has shared with that he had to take care of, but partly because he truthfully really wanted to smoke weed.
Yeah.
And while we can go back and forth, we've done clips in the past, should weed be legal in the sports? As long as the NFL, as the employer of these players, of these athletes, says that weed is a banned substance and you put your name on the dotted line for a contract, then you cannot smoke weed.
You get paid enough to just stay within those boundaries. I talk about this, I'm not bringing it up again, but with the Nick Diaz thing, it's the same thing. It's like you're paid to remain within that boundaries. Mm-hmm. You've got this opportunity to be an athlete, to be doing something that most people would kill for. But yeah, I mean, we could sit here and discuss whether or not it should be legalized. I think we're all on the same page when it comes to that. We know how the ridiculousness of that situation. But again, it's when you are given that opportunity, man, there shouldn't be anything that is even coming into your mind that would potentially put that in jeopardy. Because it's such an amazing opportunity. You're paid millions of dollars to play a sport for a living.
Enjoy it. You can enjoy weed after you're done playing.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're nursing your concussions
but
and your knee injuries and your back injuries.
This is one thing I wanted to throw to you, going back to Johnny Manziel. Do you think that he is a repercussion of our own animal in terms of the media, in terms of how we portray someone? Like, this guy came in from college with the name Johnny Football because he was intriguing. He wasn't the most the aesthetical normal, I would say, the normality within football, like really big feet, run a lot, but he was also very talented. And he didn't play into that stereotype of what you expect a quarterback to be, but he also liked to party. He was very open. He was likable in terms of to most people. I like to party. But I think we thrived on that. We capitalized as a media distribution for everyone involved in media. Was like, oh, this guy is going to be awesome in the NFL because he's going to win and he's going to party. He's going to be like Gronk. But it's very unique individuals that are able to balance those both. Very unique individuals that are able to combine the professionalism and the work ethic needed to be a competitive NFL star whilst also enjoying it afterwards, because you don't see Gronk doing this during the season. You see him doing it when it happens after season, and that's a big difference.
Francis, I agree with you on all those points. The media, of course, plays up Johnny Manziel because he sells headlines. He's a controversial figure, and even dating back to when he beat Alabama at Texas A&M, he was a hero. As fans, we look up to that. We want to be that. If you're that age, you want to be that person. You beat the #1 team in the country, you party your ass off. Mm-hmm. We wanted that. He just continued that when he was supposed to be maturing. But for Josh Gordon, I don't think it's necessarily the best idea to be living with Johnny Manziel. He just mentioned in the TMZ Sports clip, Manziel did, that he's been at this club, this bar for 5-6 straight nights. That's not the influence you want around you. You have to pick and choose. So it's bad for both of them, truthfully, but probably worse for Josh Gordon in this case. And look, when it comes to Johnny Manziel, like, he's not a good quarterback. And I don't know really who's out there defending him as one. So I don't understand necessarily where all this hype comes from. He might not even be playing in the NFL again, or if he doesn't get signed, or he might be a backup, or that's really it. But, like, when I compare him to other players that weren't great NFL quarterbacks that got this much press, I guess I have to reset the Tim Tebow counter to 0 days without a Tim Tebow mention, because Tim Tebow wasn't a good quarterback. But at least he won, and his biggest flaw was, well, I shouldn't say a flaw, that might not be fair, but his biggest knock from the media was that he was very, very religious. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but he was preachy about it. Yeah. So when it comes to Johnny Manziel, I don't know if the headlines will ever stop, because now that this monster has started to turn and then the ball's been rolling downhill, in 5 years, I don't think people are going to forget about Johnny Manziel. I think we'll see him outside a club, and it's going to be like party animal Johnny Manziel, not playing football. But do you know where both these guys could be playing in a year? The CFL, Canadian Football League.
Interested. Or, I mean, they could make a real-life version of Blue Mountain State, because Johnny Manziel is Alex Moran.
Yeah.
That is exactly who
That's
he
actually a really good point.
That is him. Like, that is the, I don't know if people
and
haven't
Josh
made that.
Gordon?
I don't know if
Not is he the kicker?
He's not. Oh, you give me the kicker. It'd be funny. But I mean, I don't know if people have made that comparison before, but it's so obvious. Except he's not even like sticking to his backup duties. Even like he's Alex Moran. would show up at least, but he always knew that partying was his main incentive. Johnny is in the both sides of it. He still wants to be the star, but then wants to take up with the backup duties. So figure it out, mate. Figure it out.
I agree. Figure it out, mate. Figure it out. At Francis Maxwell, host on Instagram. I'm going to throw you to Instagram first, Francis. At Francis_Maxwell on Twitter. At JasonRuber91 for both. At TYT Sports on Twitter for us. We're on Facebook.com/TYT Sports. Make sure to go check it out. We've been uploading a lot of new content. There's some content specific to Facebook. We love when you like it. We love it even more when you share it. So please do. We'll see you next time.